y'all. It's been a cold few days, and I hope everyone is staying warm. I've been nursing my injured coon dog back to health after a Joy run-in with a car. Hope he learns better. He's fine. Spent a lot of time inside, just thinking about the world and what's going on and things that I've been working on, and wanted to share a few things. I think all the ugly in society is starting to bubble up to the top, and that all these things that we've not talked about. I've heard people say, oh, you know, back in the good old days when we didn't talk about politics or religion. And I think that's what got us here. If we don't have these hard conversations respectfully and learn how to disagree and treat each other with dignity and respect, things never get better. If we can't look at our neighbor as ourselves, if we can't treat others as we want to be treated, if we let our government treat others this way, they will treat us this way. And that's not so shocking for people of color. It's also not shocking for a lot of women to know that there are different rules and different standards. It's always happened. Until it was caught on camera, those people weren't believed. I'm sure by now you've heard of Alex Pretti. Alex was a caregiver in this world. He was a healer, he was a helper, and they slandered his name, they attacked his character. Sounds very familiar to what people of color have gone through, and especially in the Black Lives Matter movement. They try to assassinate the character of someone, especially when they know what they did was wrong. And there is no person in a free world that is judge, jury, and executioner. This is not what we're about. Or is it what we're about? Did you think that that was fine as long as it was happening to someone who doesn't look like you? Because what they can do to them, they can do to you. They will do to you. So, did it finally open your eyes because he's a white man? This has been going on so long in our country, and thank God that we have the documentation of videos to try to expose the things and try to correct these things. Alex Pretti was legally armed, but Alex Pretti never drew his gun. He drew a weapon that they fear far more than any gun: a camera. So, how many of you all have a gun? How many of you all have your concealed carry permit? How many of you thought that that would make you safer? The good guy with the gun, right? To protect yourself. And that's exactly what got Alex killed. And he never pulled his gun. Alex pulled his camera, which they fear more than anything because the camera captures the truth. I don't think that it can be overstated the significance of having a camera in our hands now, to not only see for ourselves what is happening so we don't have to rely on some narrative that's being pushed or a perspective that isn't genuine, but we also have the power to capture the truth for others. And in these moments, in these times when we see things reported in the news and the retaliation of those in authority against those in the media, it becomes so important that our individual voices are heard and that we document the things that we are seeing so we can pass that along and you can see for yourself. Let's talk about documentation. So none of these federal forces would be in our states if they weren't trying to round up undocumented citizens. But the irony is these officers aren't documented. We don't know who they are. They conceal their identity. Their actions are not held to account because their actions are not documented. Then there's also the victim blaming. Without any kind of evidence to back up their case, without anything but their words, they attack the victims. And this is to completely avoid accountability. But thank God we live in a time where we do have these cameras, where we can record, where we have the ability to document and let people know the truth. Thank God we live in a world where we have social media so family members can speak out and people have their own platforms. And we have to learn how to use our voice, and not just online. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Like, show up to these places, show up to support people, show up to fight for causes that matter to you, run for office, support people who do good jobs, vote. We have to be engaged in our democracy or it's never going to work.